breaking her silence. For the very first time today, we heard from the woman who's at the center of a case which has gained national attention.
That young woman told jurors today that she remembers nothing about allegedly being sexually assaulted by former members of the Vanderbilt football team. Our very own Chris Conti is live tonight from the Burke Building downtown. Chris, it was another busy day in court today.
And not only did the state rest their case today, Vicki, but we did hear from that alleged victim. It is now the defense's turn to try and convince those jury members that Brandon Vandenberg and Corey Beatty are not guilty of raping that young woman who took the stand today.
We're going to call the roll and get started, okay?
18 witnesses, 9 days of testimony, one girl at the center of it all.
I remember waking up in an unfamiliar room at 8-something the next morning.
For 2 weeks now, the former Vandy student has sat silently in this courtroom, listening to every word about the ways in which she was allegedly raped 2 years ago.
Had you ever had this feeling from drinking before, the way you were feeling that day?
I never felt like that in my life.
Today, though, she sat silent. No more.
I remember waking up in an unfamiliar room at 8-something the next morning.
A senior at the time, she recalls seeing Brandon Vandenberg at the Tin Roof on June 22nd of 2013.
He said it was a Red Bull and vodka.
Today, she told the jury she didn't know what happened to her between the hours of midnight and 8 a.m. Vandenberg later filled in the gaps.
He told me that I had gotten sick in his room and he had to clean it up and that it was horrible and that he had to spend the whole night taking care of me and that it was horrible.
Okay.
I apologized. I was embarrassed.
Vandenberg made no mention of the video prosecutors say he took while she was unconscious, showing Corey Beatty allegedly assaulting her.
He said that some of his teammates had to help him carry me up to his room because he wasn't able to.
The now graduate student says days later the former football star started texting her.
And what does it say, please?
It says, me and a bunch of my teammates are probably going to get kicked off the team unless something changes.
Defense attorneys treaded lightly through all this.
You did not suffer any pain or discomfort in your vaginal area after the event.
Not that I remember.
Questioning the young lady about interviews she gave to police in the days which followed.
Matter of fact, you told Detective Shreve that you, anatomically at least, didn't feel like you had had sex.
I think so.
18 witnesses, 9 days of testimony, and the one girl at the center of it all. Defense attorneys started calling their witnesses today, one of whom was a forensic toxicologist who told those jurors that that young lady did not have any signs of date rape drugs in her system. However, those tests were done days after the alleged incident occurred. We get back underway here tomorrow at 9 a.m. We're live at the courthouse downtown this evening. Chris Conti, News Channel 5 HD.
Thanks, Chris. And make sure you tune in. Our trial coverage picks up again tomorrow morning. You can watch live on air on News Channel 5 Plus and streaming online at newschannel5.com.